Your life is so catastrophic, Nostradamus predicted it. If stupidity were a crime, you'd be looking at capital punishment. You have a smile only an orthodontist could appreciate. In math class, you salivate while people divide by pi. Your biological parents are biological siblings. You thought the Enola Gay was a sexual preference. The garbage man evicted you from a dumpster. I heard they had to cut your fat ass out of a Pizza Hut on a Monday morning. You have a face only a Ringling brother could love. The best things in life are free from your present. The only time people speak to you is when you provide the cocaine. You didn't hear about 9/11 until 2007 because they didn't mention it on the Food Network. The bottom line is not when you snort coke off a stripper's ass. A lot of people say you're good for nothing, but I say what has nothing done to deserve you? You went to a funeral to sell cutlery. You thought kilograms were just lethal heroin. You lost your virginity in cell block A. Your small talk is so little you have nano conversation. That's why you considered Freddie Mercury a band-aid. My colostomy bag thinks you're full of shit. Hookers recommend anal because they don't want to look at you. You're so boring it's bordering on evil. This suicide hotline is your emergency contact. Astrologists have no faith in you. The reason you talk about the journey instead of the destination is because you'll never make it. Excuses use you to get out of shit. A hostage negotiator is not a licensed therapist. If you were any more of a dick, you would double in size. You are a proctologist's wet dream, a man who is incapable of not making an ass out of himself. Telemarketers hang up on you. Binary told me that you're a zero. You owe me 90 for the hotel your wife didn't have her wallet. That's why you're a maritime hooker for Captain Crunch. The Me Too movement doesn't involve your second chin. Most people wouldn't host an abortion fundraiser. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are just formalities where you have to use a plate. If I count the lines on your face, can I tell how old you are? My gas sounds more appealing than your opinion. Count Chocula thinks you're a piece of shit. Nice t-shirt. Does it come in clean? It's against the law for you to get into a waterbed in Thailand. Your circle of friends has a high turnover rate. Your voicemail greeting should include you have the right to remain silent. Your life expectancy is higher than you can count. You got a proctologist to fill your cavity. Your depression is so accurate, I recommend suicide. You're so lonely, your ringtone is an echo. You thought selling cocaine was a blowjob. Your baker only gives you a dozen. BB is not a nickname for ISIS. McDonald's tells you to drive around to the third window. Make like Pluto and get banished. I like how your jaundiced face matches your yellow teeth. You put the appointment in disappointment. You adopted kids because your wife was too lazy to find your penis. That's why your face got athlete's foot. Handcuffs are not a fashion accessory. That's why your twin brother has a different father. The gap in your teeth is big enough to host a dick. Don't ask me for directions when I tell you to get lost. Your mom's so fat the Grand Canyon visits her. Your mirror is too polite to give you a reflection. You got toxic shock from a 3-day weekend with a butt plug. That's why your wife left you for a cucumber. You couldn't get along with Rodney King. For you, disappointment is like riding a bike. Your IQ is lower than your life expectancy. You're like a cold sore. No one wants to be seen with you and you keep showing up. Continents drift at the rate in which you think. Are you on your pimp's family plan? ZZ Top thinks you have poor grooming standards. You're so progressive your kids think the vowels are LGBTQ and sometimes Y. Porcupines consider you unaffectionate. You're dumb enough to alphabetize deli numbers. Your eye is so lazy it forgets to blink. You should have died in a reservoir tip. You got a rejection letter from a rehab clinic. How much does the tooth fairy owe you? You're so fat your chin's got a ticket for unlawful assembly. Nike told you not to do it. Scientists call your face the dark side of your head. That's why your real name is Adolf Reich III. Capital punishment management doesn't believe in you. I would tell you to go to hell, but the residents don't deserve that. You lost your virginity to the Blair Witch. You're the only diabetic to consider foot amputation weight loss. 9 out of 10 doctors recommend the 10th doctor. You're so ugly your bathroom mirror is on Prozac. Ironically, you got stood up by somebody in a wheelchair. If you were the last person on earth, it would be because everyone else walked out on you. You should be a fortune teller because you're broke and you're full of shit. You should find a good noose salesman to keep you in the loop. Your IQ is so low, doctors think gravity is involved. That's why you thought JFK was a porno. I'm absolutely positive most of the vowels in the alphabet hate you. I'm not sure about why.